All right. Check, check. No, I don't even get my voice, so let me go ahead and just double check and ensure that I can hear myself through the stream real quick, and then we'll get things started. All right. Double check. All right, perfect. I guess we're going to go ahead and get started here. We were attempting to get my buddy Swan, my co-caster here, to get everything started, but we'll go ahead. We have Umbriel versus Neptune Spear, Season 5, Week 5, Tier 4. We're going to go ahead and get everything started now for you guys. Both teams have readied up. And see what these two bring to the table on the first map of Ilios.
Initiating match.
Seeing what every team has got for us on the first Ruins. Blue team, Umbriel, we got Chong, Chatty, Avzul, Uriel, Serenity, and Inertia. And on the red side, we got Super, MG, Deport, Nutter Butter, 80 Twerp, Sky Blue, and Ryu.
Ready for battle.
Pretty much virtually the same team comps that you'd see on here. Uriel deciding what they want to play, but Avzul already on the Tracer to start things off. Uriel opts for the McCree here. Nutter Butter opting for the Reaper and the Kree. So one DPS differential going on, but we'll see which one will come out on top. Taking a look at Super's positioning here. One Fire Strike gets eaten. Crest already halfway down. Shield halfway as well. Lamp goes down. Super flashed. Chatty drops. Deport high charge right now. Serenity does drop here too. Looks like red team is gonna take everything here. Force Umbriel on their toes. On their heels. Gonna see a reset from Umbriel here. They do get the recall off of Avzul here. Chong getting some damage in, but Chatty going down really quick. Gets healed up right back at 500. Avzul does get dropped. Chatty with a huge slam. Gets one. They drop two. Avzul coming back into this. Inertia getting everything as much as they can. But it doesn't look like they're going to get to cap this point unless they swap and get these forceful pushes here. They do turn it over. Serenity coming back to the fight. Uriel does have their charge.
Got you good as new.
Chatty looking for something here, scouting for his team. 80 Twerk getting in a duel over here. Avzul attempting to take him down on Tracer, does get that. Umbriel holding off their opposition here.
Let's try that again.
Take a look at the ult economy. Almost everything will be up on either side that they'll need to move in. We'll see what Neptune Spear has. They drop for a beat. Bomb goes up. Gets one. Gets two. Super. Barely got one there, but had to change it for his life. Point 76 and ticking. 80 twerps. Getting bothered by IOWL's Tracer here. Does catch a stick onto 80 twerp. Chatty gonna look to close this map out with one big shatter. 92 and ticking. Opts to charge in. Getting down real low. Needs to shatter here. And they just force the fight onto that point, that little intersection, so they can't even move up. Big props. Now my caster settings are a little messed up. It has been a while. And honestly, I don't even remember how to change it. But anyways, Umbriel taking that map 1 here, opt for virtually the same comp. And then we take a look at Neptune Spears here, opting for the double shield. Deport on the Sigma here, looking to take the right side lighthouse. Gets a rock on Serenity. IOWL already getting taken down. Umbriel down 5-6. Nutter and 80 going down real low. Uriel dropping. 80 twerp getting the pocket, getting some good shots onto IOWL. He'll trying to move around and get some flanks. Umbriel getting all the kills. Point has not been captured. IOWL popping off on the Tracer here. Chatty does have his ulti here too. Look for him to get aggressive. Blocks the rock, calling the rotation. He goes up. He could be okay. Gets to 100 health. Lands the shatter. Inertia getting the beat down. They're going in, getting everybody taken out. Taking all the space. Look for that to be a team kill on the side of Umbriel. Chong does have his bomb here. 40% in ticking to 0%. Neptune looking to go for a different type of comp here. Now they're going with a Sigma, Diva, keeping everything else so far. Nutter Butter does have their visor. They're going to want to use that here. Looks like Sky Blue on the Pocket Mercy here. Not getting bothered. Does pop the Valve to heal their team from a safe distance. Still healing, gets a res off. Gets their friend Ryu. The point is still ticking on the side of Umbriel. Chong doing the best. Put some pressure onto the enemy support line here. Point is still ticking to 99%. 80 twerp getting some flashes down, but can't do anything without the enemy lamp. Gets Serenity on the BAP here. Point is ticking opposite. They do change. Now Umbriel's going to go ahead and look to reset here. Already got it to 99%. IOWL, he's kind of in a bad position, does get caught out. $80 twerp on the... Man, you know, I'm not even gonna lie. I keep saying the other name of this character. On the Kaz, forgive me. Getting bothered by a frog here, but does dot the frog. Gets payback. Umbriel getting everything. That may just be it. One last second attempted stall.
Tactical visor activated.
This is not your time.
And that'll be Umbriel taking the entire first point.
Play of the game.
Good stuff from Umbriel there. Now, I am gonna apologize as well. I don't have my settings and stuff set up for whatever reason for casting, and I don't get the death triggers and, you know, who gets what ultimate, but I'm gonna try to fix that now. Well, I also get into the ticket here and see exactly what swaps, if any, team is going to want to do. Get these names changed real quick. All right, for our second map here. Looks like we're heading on over to Rialto. And I have gotten confirmation from both players that, both team captains, that we are ready. And I must not have done that properly. Rialto. Oh, I missed it every time. And now that we had made some swaps here, looks like we had Inertia subbed out for IOWL and Sky Blue taken out for Easton. Both teams just confirmed for me they are ready. And I'll try to get the in-game settings changed for me here.
Initiating match.
There we go. I just needed my kill feed, guys. I promise you. Started out rough. It's been a while. Happy to get the rust off and bring back some more hype streams. Hype casting, hype Overwatch. IOWL, baby, we out here.
Ready for battle.
Where does it hurt? I will see.
Starting on the blue side, Neptune Spear. Got Super MG on the Orisa, Deport on Hog, Nutter Butter on Hanzo, 80 Twerp on Ashe, Easton on Brigitte,
Look after yourself.
Ryu on Anna, and Chong going for, Umbriel, red side, going for a double shield. We got Chong on Sigma, Chatty, aka Chatty Daddy on the Orisa. IOWL, I know he ain't playing Doom, don't even try to kid me like that.
Good to be back.
Deciding to go to the skies and go to his two-trick hero, Pharah. Serenity on the Baptiste, and IOWL on the Mercy. Now Serenity already uses the lamp, keeping his team healed. Uriel does drop, but does get rezzed here. Super and Friends doing the most to take out the shields, finding some push. Both of Umbriel's team DPS have dropped, but Super and Friends are definitely on their heels, taking the second corner here. Nutter putting in some shots too. Does get dropped low to 56. Getting some more. Sends out the dragons. Does get a dot onto IOWL there. Forces out Bongo. Nano boost onto Super. Getting in some big chunks of damage right there with that. Deport, nasty hook. Barely stops them from going and pushing forward. Super does have their Bongo, but Uriel looking for an off, kind of an off angle, waiting for his tanks to get pushed up. Does miss a couple shots onto the Ana there. Sends out the Bob. There we go. Big dots. Big dots onto the opposition. Big pocket Big pocket things from their support as well.
Is it hot in here or is it just me?
Umbriel definitely putting some fire into that push right there. Uriel popping off, getting that pocket as well. Big blue beams always help a good DPS player. Chatty Daddy definitely doing the most. But we'll look out for Ryu's nano boost here. Maybe they want to get some early charge onto one of their DPS or Sigma. Nutter does drop. Maybe was out of position. Easton on the Baptiste. Lamp does get thrown down. Doing the best to heal up his teammates though. MG does drop on Orisa. They are down one. Neptune Spear. They may have to give up that second point for free. They just were down. Looks like we're in about a mid fight right now, just doing a bunch of shield dancing, getting some poke damage. IOWL does drop. I'm not quite sure from what. Is it the ult? I think it could have been the ultimate. Unfortunate if so. Easton still has their square. Big old garage door to use. Bob does get thrown in. Gets one. Uriel gets another. Chatty getting the top position of Super. Easton doing the most. May get one. Fortunately not.
Activating the barrier.
Umbriel doing a lot here. Uriel taking down another one. Ryu getting the res up onto support here. Super in the midst of a lot of things right now, but Deport does have the flux, gets one up, gets three people up, keeping his team alive in this. Nutter coming back on the Doomfist, could almost got a kill. Another Bob from Uriel. Super back onto the Reinhardt, doing the most. They're just milking the clock here. Textbook. But unfortunately, it does go over to Umbriel.
Score 0-3. Switching sides. Initiating.
Now, just seeing some different team styles here. IOWL's definitely getting some more flanks, opening up a lane for the DPS. And then Nutter Butter and 80 Twerp mainly trying to chunk down shields with the Kree and the Hanzo. Definitely had some moments, but
Ready for battle.
unfortunately, just the opposition, the enemy DPS was just getting all the kills. Now we're going to see some rush, potentially some rush type stuff here from Neptune Spear. Reinhardt, Diva, Soldier, Reaper, Lucio, and Moira. And then we see, once again, just completely different team styles. Chong and Umbriel looking to go for the double shield here, and IOWL making a late swap to the Tracer. Was on the Pharah, opted for the Tracer instead.
Stop the payload.
Just got that eaten ever so close to get some big ult charge. Getting some work in on the shields for sure. There we go, big dynamite. Getting some big dots in here. Looking for that Lucio, already at 68% charge. AD Twerp does get the best of IOWL there, but we're about to get a Bob on point, and there we go. Yep. Equalize the fight here, and everything should be okay. They stopped the first push of Neptune Spear. Neptune Spear will go on their heels and look for a next push.
Why is the payload stopped?
Nutter Butter getting surprised by Tracer here. Deport happened to go down. I'm not exactly sure what had happened there, but IOWL putting a lot of pressure on them for just sitting and, you know, needing to wait to regroup. But they're pushing now. Looking for Nutter to get and secure a kill here. Does slam. Gets one. Gets two. Goes down to 4 health. Looks like everything should be even. Deport in a big fight right now. Neptune Spear will get a little bit more push here. Ryu doing some stuff with the Moira here, getting kills, killing their team. Look for Deport to use a Bob here to get a bomb here to get some space. It's going up. Doesn't catch anybody. Surprised. Nutter Butter still getting in a fight here. Umbriel just fighting and taking everything, all that they've got. They may stall the... No, thought they may have stalled the D.Va here. But they're still going to get some more. There's a Reaper getting out. Chong trying to predict it. I like it, I like it. IOWL getting their bomb here. Let's see what they're going to do. He's going to wait for the call, wait for the one they go into the corner.
60 seconds remaining.
Looking to scout anybody else just in case, making sure they're positioned. Going to get a surprise dunk maybe? He's waiting for the call. He doesn't know where they're at. He's scouting for the team potentially too. They're going all the way up. He may have just missed his window a little bit. A little bit. Not sure if that connected or not. Serenity getting their team healed up. Ryu getting some kills. Dropping some heals. 0.78 meters. With the 18 seconds left, they should be able to get it. And they do. Umbriel just ever so close, but couldn't quite come up with it. IOWL now does swap for the Reaper. English is hard, folks. Chong going on to the Rhine, and Chatty staying on the Orisa, more than likely for the Bongo. Makes sense, makes sense. IOWL now getting on the one trick. Props to the Tracer performance as well, but does get some Hail Marys down here. Super dropping down Uriel. Deport getting some kills in. Deport still killing. Every time I move away from him, he gets a kill. Does get out-mech'd. Neptune Spear will definitely take point 2 here. Ryu just giving a good old Kamehameha wave to the enemy team here. Each team will reset. Chatty still hasn't used the Bongo, or at least maybe built up another one last fight, but may need to swap. Yep, definitely gets it out there. Let's get different team. Oh! Ooh. Okay. Okay, if I think what I think that was, what I thought that was, That was just a good pull, good teamwork, good damage, good stuff. IOWL now getting the pocket, making sure he can get some damage.
I am empowered.
Chong drops his shatter. Chatty's low. Umbriel will need to back up, make sure it doesn't get caught out. Unfortunately, does have to die late. Now, they still have plenty of ultis. Chatty thinking about a swap. Got it. Decides to stick with it. Now, Neptune will have some ultimates to potentially secure all of this. They know IOWL. They see him in the skies. Beat goes down. Bomb goes up. Deport doesn't catch anybody with it. Umbriel getting a buff kill. 80 twerp getting Chong. That's 2 for 1. 3 for 1. 3 for 2. And they may close it out here.
This will heal you. Round 2 complete.
I see.
So they were able to capture Neptune Spear minute 9
To 3.
to Umbriel's 245.
Initiating match.
Now that both teams have captured,
Ready for battle.
we'll see how they opt to use their time bank. Neptune Spear seems pretty confident that they want to go with the Rhine rush type of style. All really revolves around essentially the Doomfist getting picks, bothering the back line because it's essentially the disruptor that allows the positioning of the Lucio and Reaper to push forward. But Chong does opt to match that, knows that they may want to run that faux double shield. Umbriel already getting a kill. Getting some dot sphere. IOWL getting a boop onto 80 twerp, who was on the Reaper. Nutter going down. Chong taking it deep into the enemy back lines. Now you can see that as two different kind of things. More or less a ult economy pushed. You know, they know they have potential to get 2 fights, but didn't come out with too much ult charge. Nutter Butter already going down pretty quickly. 80 twerp trying to get in the back line, knows that there's some potential to get a kill there, but just doesn't quite get it. IOWL doing a lot from the skies. Super's gonna go ahead and just fight. Neptune Spear is gonna have to fight for this. And they just may do it. Gets a charge, attempts to charge in, and a lot of ultimates going down from both sides. Bob will do some little bit of stall here. Nutter's gonna come back to the party late. Chong and IOWL may come back to the party late. They don't have any ultimates to really, other than Sigma. They could get a Sig 9 depending on how they want to push this. He's pulling up now. Almost goes down. Did go down, at least not with the ultimate. Chong with the big shatter does get 2. Gets the kill. Gets the Diva. And that should be a closeout here for Umbriel.
Round 3 complete.
Enemies
Score.
It was dicey there for a second, but they ended up
Switching sides.
holding ever so slightly before that second point.
Initiating match.
So they got to get it just a little bit more. A little bit more than that with 2 minutes, 45 seconds. But with that time bank, it's definitely on the attacking team's favor for it, but honestly, don't count any other team out. You never know what can happen, what defense they might pull out. Looks like excuse me, Neptune Spear opted for virtually, they liked what they saw. It looks like some potential mirror from what they had, or maybe they just like, this is just good. They just know. They know. 2 minutes, 45 seconds. Hold the corners.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
IOWL gonna start off with the pocket here. Look to aim from the skies. Already applying some pressure to the back line. Gets down real low. Look, good movement, good movement. Chong already finds a kill onto Nutter. That should free some things out, but equalizes with IOWL going down. Should get a res off. And that should definitely at least secure the first fight and see if Neptune Spear has any availability to recontest, but you know, with all that fire coming down from the choke, it's going to be hard to touch. I don't think anyone can. Safely, I should say. And Chong lays down a shatter, preventing anybody from touching. Eats the CC, eats everything. Knew exactly what he needed to do there to secure the second win for their team, Umbriel.
Play of the game.
Uriel with the play of the game here. Gets 1 dot, 2 dots, 3 dots, and big 3 dots and a 4? Big 4. Does put some work in. 27 damage and 37 offensive assists. And Ryu with 23,000 health and Super with 31,000 damage blocked. Good stuff there by everybody. Now we head on to Eichenwald. Get the teams switched up here. Now, I know what it's like being on the other side of the game, the actual players in the game. Not wanting the lobbies to take too long. They just want to go ahead and do their thing, show up, handle business, and then just go back to playing whatever else they were playing. Or just doing life, but let's see what happens here, because we're going to head on over to Eichenwald. See if we need any type of swaps. Looks like we are getting Ryu in for Sky Blue here. Now, Umbriel does have the availability to close everything out here on Eichenwald. As of right now, we don't have any swaps requested from the side of Umbriel, but Neptune Spear gonna look to have some type of answer from what they're given. Umbriel just seems to be on the gas pedal virtually the entire game, and Neptune definitely has their moments of shine, but coming down to that hard time bank, it's hard to push that far. And now we are requesting Serenity in for Inertia. And then we should be a-okay to get the map rolling. Now we should be good to go from each side. Just getting some R's confirmed in chat that we are good to go. Got one from Mr. Steal Your SR Abzul here. And just waiting on the Snoodle. Mr. Snoodle over here to give me that R. About to really make me act up. I'm gonna tell you. If y'all can see my face right now. Let me tell you. It's okay, you know, people gotta get water breaks and everything. Use the restroom in between games. I guess we'll allow it, but you know, we're here for the Overwatch content. Oh, never mind. That was just my mind playing tricks on me. I thought Chong accidentally got disappeared from the lobby. Now, while I'm just trying to find some filler entertainment for y'all, I just got the R, baby, from Super. We are good to go. IOWL. We are on Umbriel versus Neptune Spear. 2-0 right now in the favor of Umbriel, and we're going to want to see some big things out of Neptune Spear. I'm not quite done getting the dust off of my casting, and not quite done casting Overwatch ready, really, but we'll see what they have for us. While we go ahead into the pub, we see if and what the teams are going to go. So while they go ahead and break things like, you know, savages, of course. But I guess it ain't culture if you ain't breaking everything, right? We got Super on the Reinhardt, looking to just, you know, they like the rush type stuff. They keep the Lucio in, and they just want to move and take their space. Chong and Chatty on the side of Umbriel getting double shield. They're playing their corners. They know they want to play that Rhine, and I think that's really smart. Abzul taken to the skies. Uriel opting for the Soldier. Inertia on the Baptiste, and Iolanthe on the Mercy. Doesn't get anything on with Chong there for the fire strike, so they must have gotten it. Abzul already at 24%, getting some damage in. 80 Twerp gets a dot onto Umbriel here. Abzul gonna need to equalize, maybe find a kill here. They do. They focus the Reaper, get him down. Abzul going low. This is an equal fight. It's okay, don't need to rush anything. Does get the dot onto 80 twerp. Still shooting from above, but the point is just ticking. 86.3% right now. They will hold. They're going to invest some ultimates Umbriel here to ensure that they don't get first fight taken away. IOWL really coming in clutch there. The team mostly getting that target focus onto the enemy DPS. Looking really good right now. Can they defend again though? Super does have the shatter. We see a little bit of changes. Nutter Butter onto the Reaper and 80 twerp on the Kree. IOWL getting 3, 4, 5. Chatty, you had to take the 6. I know IOWL was screaming for it. I know he was screaming for it. IOWL, this one's for you, man. I know, I know. We'll see that at the potential play of the game. Now, Super does have the shatter here. But just everyone's getting down a little too quickly. They need to make a decisive move on how they want to move throughout the map. There we go. Everything was quick. Now they need to stop a little bit right here. Heal up. That's okay. We get the. That's what you want. You want the enemy ultimates out because you know what they have. Your ulti tracking. Chonk coming up with a big 3-piece there.
This is not over.
Enemy C.
Uh-oh, Chonk. Looking for a potential flank shatter. Listening for the enemy. It looks like Neptune's Spear are. We're contemplating some switches here. Hopefully Chong's cool as a cucumber. He ain't moving. It's criminal. It's criminal. Pop off. Have a day, Chong. That's 2 triple kills in a row. Have yourself a day, son. Jeez. IOWL already has another ult. He knows he's looking, he's scouting where he wants to use it. Super does get a kill. Looking for IOWL to equalize. He saw the Kree. Kree saw him. Try to take care of him. Ultimates are going down each side. Umbriel getting healed. Staying up. May close it out. Big slam. Big slam. Umbriel may hold on to this. 94.8. I don't think anyone's going to be able to touch. Chong knew he just needed to be a big body there. Had to play offensive line right there. Make sure that the defense doesn't, well, in this case, the attack. Football reference, I apologize, but they did get 94.8%, and it was very close there at the end. Umbriel did end up coming up clutch for the team, getting some essential picks there. Good couple fights and, you know, just good overwatch there from the side of Umbriel. Just ulties, you know, really staggering them, ensuring that they had it for every fight. Now Neptune's Spear will opt for the double shield. Nutter Butter onto the Torb. 80 Twerp on Ash. And Sky Blue now taken for the Mercy with a highly, very expensive skin, might I say. Just want to point that out there. I see you flexing. Big flexing. Hey, let's not forget the cause of it, though. The cause was for breast cancer awareness. Let's not forget the cause, though, why we got it. Now Chong and Chatty looking for that faux double shield. IOWL gonna get poked. He sees and is getting dotted by the Torp turret. Knows what he needs to work around. Umbriel taking the off angle. Getting a couple shots in. Almost has the port. Does get him down. That could push everything forward. Yep. That should definitely close out this game. That is a one and done attack. I don't think anyone has the availability to stall. Nope. That is it. And that's what we like to see. Overwatch players doing Overwatch things. Chong again had to steal the light. Had to steal the light from IOWL, but Chong, big ulti. IOWL, I know, I see you, man. I see you out there, but you know, we'll talk to the algorithms and stuff later, but I'll figure that out for you, I promise. But anyways, great Overwatch there. Umbriel does 3-0. Neptune spears. Hey, thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate you all rocking with me, especially at the beginning. It was a little rocky. It's the first cast I've done in a little minute, but hey, pleasure. Can't wait to get that rust off. Got the settings right in game. But, you know, I'll be back, and we'll get some more good Overwatch. Let's go.